Mhm. Glucose present in the urine can be tested by. Understand that for the glucose present in the urine can be tested by which? So is it Rothera, Benedict, Molish, or Hayes test? So the right answer is Benedict test. Benedict test is used to test for sugar. That is the glucose. We call it as glucose test. Rothera test it is used to find acetone. Rothera test is used to find the acetone, while Molish tests are used to find the carbs, that is carbohydrates, and Hayes test. These are used to find the bile pigments. Okay. So here for glucose, if they asked for sugar test or for glucose test, that is here the right answer comes. That is the Benedict test. Okay. Next. Dengue fever is transmitted by. Dengue fever is transmitted by. Is it transmitted by Aedes, Mansonia culex, or Anopheles? The right answer over here is the Aedes. Dengue is caused by the Aedes, not by Mansonia, not by culex, not by Anopheles. Okay, and you can say malaria. Okay, Anopheles, Anopheles mosquito, female. That also female Anopheles mosquito causes malaria, and for dengue, that is Aedes. Next, we will see time required to measure Mantoux test. Time required to measure the Mantoux test. It is also known as tuberculin test. Mantoux test is also known as tuberculin test. Okay, so 2 to 4 hours is not the right answer, not 10 to 12 hours. 24 to 48 is also the right answer is 48 to 72 hours. This many hours are needed, time is required to test the Mantoux test. Next, mode of transmission in pertussis. Mode of transmission in pertussis. Pertussis is also known as whooping cough. Pertussis is also known as whooping cough. It is not through contaminated water से नहीं होता है, उसके बाद vector transmission से भी नहीं होता है. Okay, some kind of bite, fecal-oral, that also the droplet infection is the right, that is through cough. The name itself suggests coughing. Through coughing, pertussis, that is also known as whooping cough. Next, name of the oral polio vaccine. The oral polio vaccine, that are of two types. Oral polio vaccine. Yeah, the oral polio vaccine, they consist of two types. That is injectable one and the oral one. Okay. So the injectable one is known as Salk, and the oral one is known as Sabin. Okay, Sabin and Salk. Okay, so name of the here what it is asked here, it is asked for the oral polio. So oral polio you will get here 7. Okay, BCG, for BCG, BCG is given for, it is given for, it is not the answer of course, this is for the injectable one, and BCG is given for prevent TB. Okay, right. Next, site of Mantoux test, just what we saw before the last question. It takes for how many hours it takes? It takes about 48 to 72 hours for testing. Okay, also known as tuberculin test, TB test, tuberculin test also known as. So the site for Mantoux test is deltoid region, no deltoid region, posterior left arm, left forearm is the right answer, but it's not posterior. Okay, and so this is also not the answer. And the last one, it says the outer and the upper quadrant of the gluteus maximum, it is also not the answer. The right answer is anterior forearm. Here, anterior forearm. Here, this is the forearm. Okay. So the anterior side of this side, on this side, 0.5 ml is injected, and it is test. We call it as tuberculin test. Okay. So the right answer here, it will be anterior left forearm site. Next, the organism responsible for filariasis of filaria. The organism responsible for which organisms is responsible for filaria? The right answer over here is Wucheria bancrofti, given after the name of the scientist who discovered it. Okay, Wucheria bancrofti. Anopheles mosquito, no. Formally, Antihistolytica, it is also not answer. Antina agnestinta, that is also not the answer. The right answer is Wucheria bancrofti. Next, we will see here in the following, which is the gram positive bacilli. Gram positive, okay, bacilli. The bacteria are divided here for know the basic idea that gram positive bacteria and gram negative bacteria. So here they have asked the example for which one, that is the gram positive bacteria. So Escherichia coli is not the Pseudomonas in the protein. That right answer is Corynebacterium. Gram positive here from the options we get, that is Corynebacterium is the right answer. It is a what we can say, it is a factual question. You must know the which are the gram positive and which are the gram negative bacteria. Now here, Smith test. Smith test is used to detect. Okay, Smith test. Smith test used to detect. What does it say? The acetone, acetone नहीं होता है. Then is it for bile salt? Is it for albumin? That is for bile pigment. It is one. It is also one of the factual question. It is mostly asked. Mostly. Now here, which of the following disease caused by sugarcane? Okay, which of the following disease is caused by sugarcane? Sugarcane से कौन सा disease होता है? Which of the following disease caused by sugarcane? So those who are working, the farmers or in the companies, what we can say, farmers or what we can say, occupational hazards, no. So this disease comes in the occupational hazard. The one who are working in the sugar factories, they get mostly. So here the right answer